You have found us again. What's next? Living longer, better, smarter. We have some great ideas to share with you in this episode. Healthier, happier holidays. But first, this episode is made possible by Tokyo-based Living Best, a consumer-focused age tech initiative from the Carter Group. The initiative helps to advance promising new ventures and technologies with the resources and connections they need to succeed. Learn how they are empowering the future in the world's most aged society in Japan with the potential for global impact. For more, visit living-best.tech. I'm Fred Fishkin along with Mary Furlong. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Fred. Well, here we are in December with the holidays on their way. We have some special guests and some ideas to share with everyone.
We do. Make sure to stay tuned to hear about some of our favorite gift ideas. One of them is from our first guest. It's called Jubilee TV, and with us is co-founder and CEO Ashish Agrawal. Wonderful to see you again, Ashish.
Yeah, likewise, Fred and Mary. It's so good to see nice, happy, familiar faces at this cheerful time of the year. So I'm glad to be back here.
Yes, wonderful. So happy to have you with us. And I was so excited to see Jubilee TV in action up in Santa Rosa with Arroyo Memory Care, and also to see how enthusiastic people were to hear about the product. So I think what you've created is really a gift that can bring happiness to so many older adults and their family members. But let's fill everyone in on what it is and what problems you're solving and what you're learning from your customers.
Yeah, love to dive in. This holiday season, I can't believe it's just a little bit over a year since we launched, and the the outpouring emotions on what we do is so good. The cheer it brings to us also as we see the gift that families can give to their older aging parents is amazing. So just like let's step back, right? Rather than all the adjectives, let's talk about what it really is. We are creating now sort of a new category, and we are leading that category. It's just sort of connected care TV is what people are calling it now. And we are turning television, the most accessible and trusted device in an older adult's home, into a primary channel for families to support their aging loved ones remotely. And we really need that. As population ages, the only financially scalable path to taking care of our loved ones is for families to have tools that can intervene earlier, not later. So I think if you look at the crisis that we are trying to address, that's the caregiving crisis, and we are right there. Our device, and so I'll try and describe the device and the technology as succinctly as I can. We are Imagine an edge AI, really advanced device, but simple to use, that connects to any TV, adds a camera and microphone. What it does, it lets families see what's remotely on the TV. So not only can they troubleshoot in seconds, which is like the instant aha, but more importantly, it turns those 7+ hours that our loved ones are spending in front of TV into moments of engagement, care, and connection. So we allow daily insights that surface trends and routines of well-being, life like video group calls, simple photo and video sharing, and reminders transform the daily needs of caregiving into moments of joy. So that's where we are. We've really proven this market now. We have, and I can quote this number now, and I'm happy to, 30,000 plus families who have actively using and use the product today, and over 10,000 seniors paying us $39 a month to get this product. They can give it as a gift for a one-time purchase as well. And Mary, you asked me about the numbers. So quotes a few numbers. Our NPS score is 99% on the target,
Wow.
right? An NPS score. Most people don't realize that crossing 80% as NPS score is something even companies like Apple and Netflix probably can't even boast. We are at 99%. 90% of our customers use it for an average 2.6 times daily. Our churn is near zero, except of course for seniors passing away, which I hope one day we will be able to change that too. And 83% of our product people refer our product to somebody. So that's how the metrics are looking. We are growing rapidly, 10 to 15% month on month. really in less than kind of a year, we've reached a very critical milestone, right? So you can see, I could talk about all the sentiment analysis around how family caregivers are truly like, somebody said the other day, and I forwarded this to you, AARP should be standing on the rooftops and saying this is a device that we should be putting in every home, right? So we get around 30 people writing to us on our internal group chat saying how transformative this is. So feels truly blessed, not just to give, but also to receive at this time of the year, right? The gift that we allow them to give and the responses we receive kind of makes this holiday really special for us.
Just amazing. So step us through what happens when there's a problem that a parent or grandparent runs into, like with the TV sound or maybe logging into a streaming service. What happens?
Yeah, so look, typically it's a matter of frustration. Like, first, let's start with logged out of my Netflix. I can't watch a show. Like, so what do you do now? You have to drop everything, go run. There's no other. In our case, family or remote caregivers can just l- open their app, see what's in the TV, even enter their password for them and log them back in. And that's just a troubleshooting step, right? The wrong input, they can't hear it, it's wrong subtitles. It just starts there, but it actually goes much beyond. I think 84% of seniors watch 4 hours of news every day. We all know that it's all repetitive content, it's waste of time, it causes depression. The psychology of our loved one goes into a social isolation mode. If we can transform that into content that they want to watch, like a live streaming of content. I want to go to Ireland today. There's so many shows that take you to Ireland today. And I can now put it for my mom saying, Mom, you want to go to Ireland? Here's a show. This guy is in Ireland and is live broadcasting on YouTube. I can just open it and send it to my mom's TV. And now my mom is watching too. I can live stream my junior's baseball 2 hour game to my mom's TV, which is far more useful for her. It gives her the purpose. We have streamed, I can go on and on. We have streamed church services, we have streamed Easter services, a family communion right to seniors TV. This is what transforms. So troubleshooting is how it starts. But now those 7 hours, we got 2 weeks ago, we got one comment which says, your device gives my mom the will to get up every single day.
Oh, that's amazing. And it's the children and the grandchildren and seeing the interaction with them. That's a lot of the purpose as well.
Ashish, give us some of the details about the pricing here.
Yeah, so the pricing is now like when we started, it was slightly different. 2 months ago, we launched a very simple model. You don't have to pay for any hardware upfront. You pay either $39 a month or $389 a year or $789 all in, and the device use it, and then when you're done with the device, you return it. So $39 a month offsets huge amount of either home care costs, joy, isolation. You get all of that in $39 a month.
So, in terms of the use cases, when you are working with families, I know you were doing a lot of work in remote locations, rural locations. Is that the driver or is it the family connection?
There are three parts to this as it evolves, Mary. I think what we're seeing more and more is that there is a primary caregiver to an older adult, aging person who typically actually stays within 50 miles, okay, and visits 3 to 5 times. And that is where the highest need comes in. The stress managing your own kids, your own work, and your aging parent while living close by is the primary care provider to this person. And now, when you look at that person's need, like me, for instance, right, uh, we provide three important things. We provide the ability for that person not to have to drop everything and go run to mom's home, right? Which means either troubleshooting the TV, putting any show or content. We provide daily insights. They can turn on the camera, a caregiver is in the room, somebody else comes into the room, they can see what mom is doing. Middle of the night, middle of the day, they the system notifies if there's anything unusual. So there is the TV and the social isolation. There is the monitoring so that I get peace of mind. Mom wakes up in the middle of the night, system notifies me. It's like, oh, why is mom getting up? I need to be. So you don't need to drop everything and go. And the third one is about the connection. I can bring grandkids on the call. I can bring, we heard really, the person said, "Can I even get my dentist on the on Jubilee TV?" So so the moments of interaction become moments of joy, right? We recently launched a new feature wherein, let's say you're talking to your mom on the TV, wishing her happy birthday. You see the joy on mom's face. You can just press a button and record the last 2 minutes of that interaction and save it in your diary. These are precious moments that we all know we are not going to get soon, right? They're going to go. You can ask mom for a recipe, you can record it, all of those. So we are a category where we provide care, connection, and love through a TV interface, right? So it is not just one part, it actually encompasses caring and companionship and love all in one product.
And you're also helping the siblings in the family because so one sibling, remote siblings can do more to help mom, correct?
Yes, exactly. And we get asked, so I want to know how much my brother is calling my mom because he doesn't call her enough, and I want him to call enough. So we are starting to see exactly sibling dynamics also emerge. But that's right. There's a primary caregiver, and there are siblings and grandkids. We have people with over 20, 25 active users like on the platform for one aging. Like I'm hoping that I will be one of those where like 16 of
That's
my niece.
exciting.
Yes,
That's
exactly, right. So yeah, so that's
that.
really what it is. Right? I'm trying to draw a picture from caregiving to joy, right? There are all these moments in between that we can facilitate through a TV.
Well, again, Ashish, we are so happy to have you. I think what you've created with Jubilee TV is really a gift to bring happiness to so many older adults and to their family members and their caregivers. So, happy holidays. We hope everyone takes a look at this product and
Thank you.
service.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to both of you.
The website for more is getjubileetv.com. We recommend it. We have more, Mary. I think a subscription to Brain HQ from Posit Science would make a great gift. There's more scientific evidence all the time that it can help with cognition, with games and challenges. To be honest, this isn't just for older adults. It can help anyone with focus and thinking speed. The site is brainhq.com.
And I think another thoughtful idea and one of the amazing companies that we collaborate with is the over-the-counter hearing device from Audion. And I know we've gifted that to several of our friends. This is a company that really makes a difference with affordable, high-quality hearing help.
The website is Audien, AUDIEN, hearing.com. Mary, we always love technology that can really make a difference in our lives. And the folks at Withings have been innovative pioneers for years. Their latest on the digital health front is called UScan. And with us from Withings is Director of Sales and Marketing for the Americas, Paul Buckley. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Mary. Thanks again for always having me on your podcast and allowing me to speak with your audience. Hope you both are doing well.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
we're delighted to have you join again, Paul. Withings has really been in the forefront of digital health. And so let's get an overview of your newest and latest technology.
We just received FDA clearance for our BMO. So BMO, we announced at CES 2024, and this is a 3-in-1 handheld device. This is a digital stethoscope, a digital thermometer, and it will give you an ECG as well. And this is something that should be in every home family medicine cabinet for kids during flu season, and also just taking care of caregivers for, I should say, for digital stethoscope, to allow them to get better readings with their doctors during a telehealth visit. So this is hopefully going to be a tool that will be more adopted during telehealth problems, to better diagnose through the computer readings that you can share with your doctor.
What do we know about when people will be able to buy it and the price point?
Yeah, so it's going to be available on December 7th at withings.com this year, and then next year it will come to retail, and it's at $249.95. Now, UScan was announced at CES in 2023, which feels like a long time ago. And since then, we finally brought it to market. So you can purchase it now on Withings.com, but I wanted to make sure I get that in there. What UScan do is it's a home urinalysis kit, and it works pretty much inside your toilet bowl. There are a few products right now that are happening in and around the bathroom area right now. And we're on the forefront with this with regards to urine. So what UScan does, it's a test for one individual. It sits in the lip of your toilet bowl, and when you use the bathroom, you urinate on it, and at that point there, it captures the information from your urine. Within our urine, we have 3,000 metabolites, and so in there, we can see a lot of different things. And this product here, it comes with several different cartridges. We just announced two of them. The first one is called Nutrio. So Nutrio can measure your bioacidity, your pH and alkaline balance. It also measures your hydrostatus, your water levels in your urine. It can also measure your vitamin C and your ketones, so whether you're going through ketosis or not, if you're on a diet. So this is really for people who just want an overview of their overall nutrition, make sure they're on track. The second cartridge that we just announced is called Calci. Calci measures your calcium in your urine. And if you have high levels of calcium, you could be showing degrees of potentially kidney stones or whatnot. So that information is all the information you can share with your doctor. None of our products at Withings diagnose anything. They're all set up to longitudinally measure your health and be able to share it with your doctors rather than spending that 1 hour a year across from your doctor. Also in Calci, it does measure your bioacidity, and it also measures your hydrostatus as well. So those two cartridges come in the unit, and it sits in the lip of your toilet bowl. And how it works is you essentially download Withings app, and you set up the product, and then you tell it you're going to test, and you just hit a button, and then you do your business. And then after that, you can just see it all in your app over time. And with these cartridges, you can come in two different versions, one with 2 cartridges over a 2-month period, or one with 3 cartridges over a 1-month period. And what they do is they come in various forms of pricing, because you're just essentially measuring more often than not. The first package is intensive package, and it's usually 2 to 3 times a week. Or excuse me, the proactive package is 2 to 3 times a week, and the intensive package is 5 to 7 times a week. And that's for people who may have a chronic condition or whatnot.
So I know one of the leading causes of hospitalization is UTIs. Would this
Yes.
detect a UTI?
The technology could. It doesn't right now. That is something that we are looking into and are working toward, because we do know that that is something that it's prevalent in lots of people these days.
And also with this is in the same direction where more and more people are using their Apple Watch or glucose monitors to track their own health at home, correct?
Correct, yeah. So Withings is all about providing acute health data measurements in the comfort of your own home, and doing it on a daily basis so you can share that information, again, 365 days a year rather than just 1 day a year with your doctor.
Would you do this once a week or twice a week, or?
We say to do it at least twice a week, but you could do it up to 7 times a week. You ideally want to do it at the same time every day, either pre-breakfast or post-dinner. And you want to make sure that you're following the right routines every single time you do it, so you have good, steady measurements.
This needs charging every so often, Paul.
Sure. Yeah, so
it
does.
sounds like a tricky situation. So tell us how it works.
It's pretty simple. You charge it up when you receive it. It'll probably be charged already, but to do one cartridge, which would be 30 days, It would when you take it out, you would clean it and clean the product. It comes with a cleaner, and we ask people to charge up at that point because you'll probably be at about 60% at that point, and then put it back into the toilet bowl and charge it and go from there. But the other thing that's important about this is that each unit is only for one person. So if you wanted multiple people to charge in to do this testing in a home, they would need to do it in a different unit and either replace it in that toilet bowl or use it in a different toilet bowl.
Is your target customer, there are more chronic conditions of people in their 70s and 80s. Is it an older customer or is it just people with chronic conditions? And can it test for different things like diabetes, and can the results be shared with your doctor?
It doesn't test for diabetes right now, but the results can be shared with your doctor, and it's something that would help augment your doctor's visit to let them know your levels are in line and whatnot. And then the older audience, I would say the Calci is a little more for the older audience, but then again, if you have a poor diet as a young person, you might have kidney stones. I do remember some family members having kidney stones at a young age. So any age can use both cartridges, and I think it'd probably be all these health measurements are much more helpful as you get older.
So the indications are, Paul, that it sounds like there'll be more cartridges coming. These are
They
the
are.
first two that you have out, and there'll be other cartridges for testing for different things.
Yeah, we do hope to bring at least one, maybe two more cartridges next year.
Very exciting. Now, we also love your scale. So tell us about the scale. I think we're going to make that our holiday gift of the year.
Mary, I'm on a quest to say we have 3 scales, not just one, right? So our first scale is called Body Smart, and all of our scales have all your weight measurements in there, but also they have a heart element to it as well. And then we have Body Comp, which gives you vascular age, and we added that in. That's the next step up. And then our top of the line scale, it's Body Scan. So Body Scan in 30 seconds can do a 6-lead ECG and detect AFib, atrial fibrillation. And if you have that, you share that information with your doctor and they can get you on the correct medicine or whatnot. Also, it can do check the activity levels in your sweat glands on your feet to let you know whether you're having enough activity or not, or if you need to get off the couch a little more. And then the third piece is segmental body composition. This is really important with an aging population, plus 50, losing at least 1% of muscle mass per year. This is going to track the muscle fat and muscle mass in 5 regions of your body, your left and right arms and legs and torso. And in there, you're going to see muscle mass loss. And if you can stay active with your walking and stay active with in your life in general, you will be able to bank that muscle mass and keep it for a much longer period.
Is it Medicare reimbursable?
No, none of our products right now are Medicare reimbursable. However, if anybody has an FSA, flexible spending account, or a health spending account, HSA, they can use the discount there to purchase our product through those programs.
Paul, I know that you have watches on the market too, including some new capabilities there. So tell us how all of this fits into an ecosystem.
We announced our Scan Watch. We brought it to market actually in the fall of 2021. And since then, we've added Scan Watch 2, another update to that. And what that is adding in there is temperature tracking. But all of our watches, and I'm wearing one right now, Scan Watch, are tracking your heart every 10 minutes for atrial fibrillation. If they see an anomaly, they will give you a vibration and ask you to prompt you to do an ECG, where you can do an ECG from the wrist. It's a 1-lead ECG. And at that point there, it can detect atrial fibrillation. This is FDA cleared. And again, at that point there, you do want to share that information with your doctor and get on the correct medicine to rectify it. Also in all our watches, we have SpO2. So that's going to measure your blood oxygen level. And that comes in handy during flu seasons, oh, God forbid, COVID as well. And we're going to be tracking all your activity in the daytime and then all your activity at night. And the reason why I say all your activity, this has a 30-day battery life to it. So you do not need to take it off. And if you don't take it off It will track your quality of your sleep, your light, your REM, or heavy or deep sleep. And it'll also let you know sleep disturbances and whether you're actually maybe rolling over too much at night and whatnot. And so it will give you the information to share with your doctor, all this information to share with your doctor to let them know maybe you're going down the road of a disease state such as sleep apnea, or maybe you're going down the road of atrial fibrillation or whatnot.
Show
So
everyone the design again, Paul, because
sure.
it does not look like your typical smartwatch.
Yes. So Withings is a French-based company, and they're all about design. So all of our products have beautiful design to them, and they're made to not look like health products or medical products in the home. They're made to integrate into your home and be beautiful products that you're wearing or having in your house that is essentially tracking 20 to 30 to 40 biomarkers on your body.
Paul, Fred and I are very excited about the whole line of Withings products, this notion of being able to track health at home, and of course, beautiful design. Who doesn't love the French, right? But I'm very interested in this scale that has the ability to track muscle loss because one in three men in their 80s have prostate cancer. Muscle loss is a side effect. All these GLP-1s, muscle loss is a side effect. So does it really track muscle loss?
It does. So you're talking about our body scan scale, which has a handle to it, and you step on it. And because it has a handle, it's able to make connections, 6 different connections. And this way we can measure your muscle mass and fat mass in 5 regions of your body, left and right arms and legs, as well as your torso. And the important part about the legs, yes, you want to maintain muscle loss, and you want to maintain muscle and not prevent muscle loss as you get older. We lose 1% a year when we're over 50 years old. So this scale will track that longitudinally on a daily basis and let you know whether you're losing muscle mass in the legs or the arms. And you can rectify that by walking around, being more active, or doing light weights or weight resistance at home. Lots of physical exercise that just even at the smallest little physical exercise can maintain that muscle mass without losing it. Sitting on the couch was not going to be helping that at all.
And I think this is one of the things when people are navigating cancer or really trying to reduce their weight, they're focused on that objective. They don't think about this secondary issue of muscle mass loss. So I love the way you've put that front and center. This is brilliant company. We're hoping to work more collaboratively with you all next year. It's really exciting stuff.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. And people can find out more information about all of our products. They're priced very affordably on withings.com. And it's pretty much all the information you need is right there.
Great gifts for yourself and for the holidays.
And
yes.
Paul, really amazing work. Congratulations to your team, mostly in France at Withings. We are going to be doing our conference in Europe, so we'll include you in that. And thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Fred.
Mary, we've been talking about some of the very worthwhile gifts for older adults, but perhaps the best gift any of us can give is time, spending time and nurturing relationships. With us from AARP is Vice President of Fun and Fulfillment, love that, Heather Nawrocki. Hi, Heather.
Hi, great to be here.
Heather, great to see you again, and thanks for making time. I love your title.
Oh, thank you.
And you have some new research to share with us on loneliness. So talk to us about some of the findings. You do such important research at AARP.
Yeah, AARP fielded this study back in 2010 and again in 2018, and here we are in 2025. And what we've learned is that amongst people 45 plus, loneliness has increased since 2018 from 35% then to 40% now.
Yeah, I saw a figure 45% of lonely adults say they have fewer friends than 5 years ago, and the loneliness is worse among men. So
that's true.
Is technology to blame for some of this? What's behind it?
Well, when you talk about technology, it's really interesting. We asked people, how do you think technology supports or perhaps is a barrier to connection? And it's interesting. About 6 in 10 adults that are not lonely, they say, you know what, technology is not only important, I rely on it to stay connected to friends and family. When we look at those who are lonely, however, about 1 in 4 say, technology actually hinders my ability to stay connected. It makes it harder to make new friends. So I think it depends on, your relationship with technology and how you're feeling.
And I read that a sizable number of people are interested in AI help for companionship.
Yeah. So that is an interesting finding. We threw it in there just to see what people might say. And I think it's important to remind everyone that human connection is best. It's preferable. In-person human connection is the most powerful. But this finding around AI is really interesting because it's here and it's going to continue to grow. And amongst those who are most lonely, a quarter of them are saying that they're interested. Now, what will evolve over time, we all have to wait and see. But I would encourage those who are interested, that's okay. But if you can have human connection as well, that's really, I think, going to be the optimal mix.
So let's talk about some of the solutions and how we can be of help. I mean, I always recommend becoming an AARP volunteer or look at all the programs AARP has. So tell us more.
Yeah. Well, when I think about social health, we spend a lot of time talking about mental health or physical health, but we also have social health to think about as well. It's all part of being healthy, happy, and living long. So I encourage people to take stock of their social network. Think about, how often are you having meaningful connection with people that you love? Is there room to grow in that regard? Are there people that maybe you've lost touch with that maybe you could try to reconnect with? That's really important. And yeah, volunteering, one of the best ways to connect with others. Not only are you doing good in the world, but you're surrounded by people who share that same passion and you have something automatic to talk about, right? You're all working together to make something better. Joining clubs, communities, civic organizations, all of that. Again, you have that common interest. So you may feel like a stranger before you go in the door, but as soon as you enter, you're surrounded by people who share your passion and share your interest. You have something to talk about immediately. At AARP, we have a lot of tips and resources. I would encourage you to go to aarp.org/connect. You'll find all of those materials, as well as a very robust calendar of events. We have 14,000 in-person and virtual events nationwide all year, or I should say in a year. Those virtual events are on just about any topic you can imagine. Everything is free. It's open to anyone, no matter your age. So check it out, aarp.org/connect.
I heard an interview and they said yesterday, just start. Yeah. And I think that's right. This year I started water aerobics. I joined a book group. Just start is a good idea. So Heather, thank you so much for spending time with us and the great work that you and AARP do. We've been working with AARP for over 35 years and it's been a privilege. And it's whether you're reading the Ethel or you're engaged in helping volunteer with legal aid, there's just lots of ways to become involved.
Absolutely. And again, go to aarp.org/connect. You can learn about all of those programs, those volunteer opportunities, and of course, check out our event calendar.
Mary, that was some wonderful advice. The time we can spend with each other is truly a gift.
The best gift. I mean, think of all the wonderful people we've met this year through the podcast. And we appreciate our audience, the people who gather and listen and view our podcasts and the people that we meet. So we wish you all a beautiful, peaceful holiday season.
And some of the things that Heather was mentioning brought to mind companies, some other companies, including like Ageless Innovation with their pets that are animated, animatronic, that can really help people. I mean, it doesn't solve loneliness, but it can do so much to soothe someone who might be alone.
I just visited Arroyo Memory Care. I was there on the first day when they opened with beautiful community that Dr. Raj Kalra put together. And I went in the room with all this light, and there was the Aegis Innovation Kit, and I sat there with it in my lap. And I have a picture of that. It's amazing to see the joy that those pets do bring, and the games.
While we're at it, we hope some people who are involved in the aging space will make it to the What's Next Longevity Innovation Summit from the 15th to the 17th in Washington, D.C. This is at the National Press Club.
Yes, we have room for a few more exhibits, amazing speakers. I think we have 6 states represented: Florida, New York, Ohio, Maryland, Arkansas, amazing entrepreneurs and leaders and investors. Very meaningful agenda with a great lineup of speakers and more to come. And the interactions among everyone are always so important. We're at a strategic inflection point. We see people presenting on longevity in Dubai and Singapore. It's a global movement, and lots of people are focused on how do we live longer, smarter, and better.
Well, the website for more is WashingtonInnovationSummit.com. Mary, wishing you holidays filled with joy and, of course, grandchildren. I know they'll
Yes.
be there.
Yes, and you too, Fred, and to our audience as well.
And to our sponsor, Tokyo-based Living Best, a user-first age tech initiative from the Carter Group that screens and adapts promising ventures and connects them with commercial opportunities and capital in Japan. Our gratitude to them. Learn how they're empowering successful age tech investment in Japan, the world's most aged society. For more, visit living-best.tech. Thank you once again, and you can always find us at maryfurlong.com/podcast.